In this video, we'll be using a third-party API tool, Insomnia, to make a server-side request to the Platform API. For this demo, we'll be querying the Properties endpoint for properties modified on the sandbox data in the last month. Before querying the Platform API, outside of the interactive Swagger, we will need to obtain an access token. To do this, we must post to our token endpoint, connect.repit.cloud/token. The easiest way to set this up is to use our code example, which you can see on screen. I'm simply going to copy the curl and add it as a post request in Insomnia. So I'm going to set up a new request and call it access, change the method to post and click create and paste the curl. Now we need to modify the header. The authorization header is made up of the client ID and the secret that is registered against your app and converted to a base64 string. So on the app listing, I'm going to copy the client ID, open a base64 converter and paste. Now we need the secret. Back to the app listing and copying the secret. We can go to the converter, separate it using a colon and paste. Now we can click encode. So we now have our authorization header, which we can paste into Insomnia for our request. We also need to provide the client ID in our query. Again, we can get this from our app listing. Simply copy the client ID and paste it back into the query section. Now we can click send. And we've got our access token, which we'll need for our query. So let's find out properties that were modified in the last month. So I'm creating a new GET request. We'll need the Platform API location URL, which we can get from the Swagger docs. We're querying properties, so we'll add that to our query. Now we need to add our headers. The first header we'll need to add is the authorization header, which we will set as a bearer token. So we can go back to our access request and we can copy our access token and we can add it in our authorization header. We will then need to set our API version. Again, you can get this information on the Swagger documentation. Now we need to set it as the Repit customer header of SBox, as we're dealing with the sandbox. We can then extend our query because we're looking for the parameter of modified from for the last month. Clicking send gives us the results of properties that have been modified for the last month. More videos to follow soon, and thanks for watching.